While the father and son fish by the river, a boot unexpectedly drops from the sky. Right after that, all kinds of huge flaming objects come crashing down from a plane. The surviving prisoners overpower the marshals, then go on the run, hiding from sight. 3 of them kidnap the boy and his father. Late at night, when the prisoners aren't looking, the father tells his son to run down the mountain for help. Frownson! The boy collapses on the ice, only to be surrounded by wolves. Thank goodness for the fishing crew. 3 of them spot the danger and fire to scare the wolves away. They rescue the boy and take him to the police station. Frank gives him marshmallows to calm him down, gently guiding him to relax. When he sees the wanted posters on the wall, the boy immediately recognizes the prisoners who kidnapped his father. He tells Frank everything that happened. Frank's heart weighs heavy. Those prisoners have brought so much pain and danger to the town, but every crisis brings an opportunity. This clue will lead him straight to Havelock. At this moment, Havelock is hunting by the river. The 3 prisoners and the boy's father emerge from behind him. One prisoner rummages through Havelock's backpack, finds a handgun, and tenses up instantly. Havelock pretends to be a lost tourist, appearing harmless as a lamb. He doesn't resist at all, even when taken hostage. Through binoculars, one prisoner spots a tourist vehicle parked on the opposite snow-capped mountain. It's a new offering from the travel company, allowing visitors to observe wild animals up close from inside the car. The men in prison uniforms storm toward the vehicle. The guide senses danger and urges the driver to leave, but is shot down on the spot. The 3 prisoners exude pure brutality. They seize control in seconds. The 21 tourists inside become hostages. Before long, the command center receives a call from a tourist family member reporting her loved one missing after joining an outdoor tour. She found a strange photo in their family member's account. Frank zooms in on the figures and sees the boy's father plus the 3 escaped convicts. Blurry as it is, Sydney immediately recognizes Havelock in the shot, unaware the photo was deliberately uploaded by Havelock himself. Minutes later, police pose as tour company dispatchers and make contact with the sightseeing vehicle. The gray-haired prisoner smells a rat and orders the driver to shut off the engine. Meanwhile, Havelock is hacking into a CIA agent's account. Suspicious that he secretly called the police, the prisoners move to beat him. Havelock drops the act, taking down all 3 fugitives in an instant.
You're the captain now.
In control, Havelock contacts the command center via walkie-talkie. He threatens the hostages' lives, demanding Sydney hand over her agent account password. Sydney refuses without hesitation. The account holds the locations and contact info of every CIA operative. Falling into the traitor's hands would be catastrophic. Havelock wastes no time, shooting one of the prisoners outright. Fearing for the hostages, Frank pleads with Sydney to give up the password. Under immense pressure, Sydney relents and reveals it. But Frank isn't sitting idle. He's already plotting a rescue. After studying the blueprints of the high-powered sightseeing vehicle, he tells authorities to dispatch a helicopter. Frank goes to his wife, reassuring her not to worry about their son. State trooper has been sent to pick him up. Just then, an officer arrives with a radio. It's their son calling. Luke says he's safe with his female classmate and the trooper, waiting out the storm in a mountain cabin before heading home. Sarah and her husband breathe a sigh of relief, unaware they've been seized as captives. Last night, a state trooper entered the cabin to find Luke, but the injured prisoner woke from his unconsciousness and ambushed him, killing him. By the time Luke heard the commotion and stepped out, the prisoner had already covered his tracks completely. Early the next morning, the prisoner posed as a helpless hiker, lying that he'd fallen down the mountain in the blizzard and gotten hurt. The 2 naive kids didn't sense anything wrong at first, until Kira ran outside to fetch firewood. She faintly heard the roar of a car engine. Cutting through the woods, she spotted an idling police car. No one was in the driver's seat, only a file bag of escaped convicts, and inside was a photo of the stranger they'd rescued. Kira was terrified but kept quiet. Sneaking off to find Luke to plan their escape, they could take the police car back to town. But with the prisoner sitting in the living room, they had to lie about going out to charge their car. However, the prisoner had already seen through their trick, snatching the police car keys and gun first. The 2 kids were now his hostages. On the other side, Havelock logs into Sydney's account and gains access to the agent's data. He picks out a man with glasses, inviting him to meet at 10 p.m. the next night. Suddenly, a helicopter flies straight ahead, forcing the prisoner to slam on the brakes. Frank then steps out of the helicopter. He signals he's unarmed, saying he just wants to talk to Havelock. Havelock agrees to let him board. Only a few prisoners and the boy's father are in this carriage. The other hostages are in the back ones. Frank suggests releasing the boy's father first. Havelock doesn't make things difficult. He then smirks, revealing he'd found a little secret in Frank's basement earlier. Frank tenses up instantly. At the same time, Sidney is quietly disconnecting the couplings between the carriages, separating the hijackers from the hostages. The high-powered helicopter easily lifts the entire carriage vertically off the ground. The three prisoners slide out the back door, tumbling onto the snow. Police rush forward to arrest them and evacuate the hostages. Both Havelock and Frank struggle against gravity mid-air. But the helicopter descends due to power overload, and the carriage comes crashing back down onto the snow. Havelock slams on the gas, trying to break through the police cordon. Frank charges into the driver's seat to fight him. The sightseeing vehicle speeds toward a cliff. Luckily, it's caught by the helicopter's cable. Havelock slams against the door vertically, while Frank braces himself against the seat as a shield. Sidney climbs boldly onto the front of the vehicle. Frank yells for her to shoot Havelock, but Sidney hesitates, torn about pulling the trigger. Havelock seizes the chance, kicking through the glass and plummeting off the cliff. Police deploy massive resources to search the cliff bottom, but not only do they find no sign of Havelock's body, they don't even locate a single scrap of him. Still, both Frank and Sidney are certain Havelock won't die that easily. Unexpectedly, police discover the body of a female officer. Security footage reveals it's the work of two female prisoners who've survived the plane crash. Frank returns home afterward. Sure enough, the secret he's hidden in the basement is gone. All Havelock leaves him is a note reading, "Our secret and a gun." Frank's nerves kick in. He goes to the tavern to find Sidney, proposing they team up to capture Havelock alive. But Sidney has lost her drive, admitting Havelock is far more dangerous than he imagines. Ruthless and heartless, he'll use and hurt anyone in his way, and as his first victim, she knows that all too well.
Why are you so afraid of this guy?
Because I'm his wife.
Oh, no wonder she can't bring herself to shoot Havelock. Havelock gained the CIA's trust so quickly, not only because of Sidney's training, but also thanks to her agent father's backing. Her father saw Havelock as his right-hand man, bringing him in on a major mission. Tragically, Havelock betrayed them out of the blue, leading to the mission's failure and Sidney's father's death. So Sidney wanted to avenge her father and clear her name. But in the critical moment, her heart still softened. Alright, that's it for today's recap. Head over to my homepage. You'll find tons more recaps just like this one. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support keeps these recaps coming.